Here's everything I made in a week to make my life easier. First, we're making a batch of cough syrup. I love having this on hand in the winter, and even if I'm not sick, I take a spoonful a day to help prevent getting sick. It's also super simple to make with just elderberry, cinnamon, cloves, ginger, and raw local honey. Next, I worked on step 3 of turning my cocoa beans into homemade chocolate. These have been sitting outside for 2 months, and I finally brought them in to roast. I love this part because it makes the house smell like brownies. Then I just keep them in a jar until I'm ready for the next step. After that, I made 2 batches of sourdough bagels because I'm addicted to them. And of course, we need homemade cream cheese to go with them, which is my favorite because it's high in protein and it's so delicious. I also made some breakfast sausage. I love eating this with eggs or on bagel sandwiches with the homemade bagels and cream cheese. It's so good. Next, I got started on some beef bone broth by adding roasted bones to my Instant Pot with just water, salt, and vinegar. Once cooked, I let it chill in the fridge overnight. Then I removed the fat caps. Here's the broth. It's super gelatinous and I love using it for things like soup, pot roast, and hot chocolate, which might sound gross, but it makes the best hot chocolate ever. Now for the fat from the top, aka the beef tallow, I cook it over low heat until it stops bubbling, which indicates that all the water has steamed out. Then I strain it and I'll use it for frying things or in any way that I would use oil. I also made some fermented pickles by just combining cucumbers, salt, seasonings, and water. I let those ferment on the counter for 4 days until they get nice and pickly, and they are so good. Then I made some pinto beans cooked in bone broth with lots of herbs and seasonings. I like to always have these on hand for soups, bean and cheese burritos, or just to bulk up a meal. Lastly, I made a couple loaves of sourdough, and that's it.